I had flipped it, but I'm
Oh,
not
flipped
sure
it?
what
Okay.
happened.
Yeah. All right, let me just hit the share screen just so we are ready. Actually, no, not.
Is this recording?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Is it? All right, it's up.
Okay. So should I share now? All right. So hello everyone. We are from Theta Kappa Honor Society at Middlesex College. Today we will bring one of our community engagement activities during the COVID-19 pandemic to you. As you know, the pandemic changed everyone's life. It also changed how we conduct our activity in the club. So to get people to get involved and active in this new reality. First, we create a Discord channel community to open a safe place for members to discuss their problem in this virtual learning. Through the Discord, we share the events in our campus, also the opportunity to get involved. Also, we skill an initiative called Friday Movie Night. As you see, 2020 may not a best year of our life, but the COVID-19 is a magnified glass shine a hot shine in our country and revealing the truth that exists in our system, such as systematic racism, social justice, and health disparity. The Friday Movie Night offers students to watch the documentary with the unbiased angle and encourage people to think globally and act locally. The Friday movie night occurs every Friday at 8 p.m. We first stream our movie on the Zoom, then we follow with the discussion at there. After that, we move to the Discord channel to write our final thought about the new movie, also the topic of the movie. Our goal is to inspire members to be active and engaged in this virtual learning. People can sit comfortably at home, enjoy cinema, and watch a movie. Second, we want to address and educate people on the problem exist in our community and also the world through the movie. After the movie, we will have a discussion which aim to change the way people think about the common issue in our society, such as immigration, racism, or health disparities. Audience will have a chance to present their opinion on the topic based on the movie. We also have some question during the discussion to make the audience think critically and present some potential solution to the problem. To the discussion, audio can listen to other opinions from the people with a different background and make them to understand and respect different perspectives that exist in our community. This initiative can deliver by the student and 100% student led. We choose the movie that we want to watch. We choose the topic that we want to discuss. And this is a 100% student discuss. We create a safe zone for everyone to present their opinion without judgment. And right now, I will hand this to my fellow Gershel to talk about the impact and the outcome of the Friday movie night.
Hi everyone, my name is Just Salvatores. I'm president of the Phi Theta Kappa here at Middlesex. As Ka mentioned, we began this initiative back in fall semester, and we've really seen the effects of how it has had an effect on our PTK members. It's a very simple concept at its core, but a very powerful one. Why though? Well, it's because film itself is powerful. It makes you feel. It can change your entire perspective on things, and it dictates culture and politics and life itself. Whether it's a 2-minute long video on YouTube or a 2-hour long documentary on Netflix, they make you feel so many emotions, and they really throw us into the depths of our own thoughts. They inspire us and change us even. So take a moment to think back to one of your favorite documentaries and how they really made you feel. Did they make you feel moved to bring about change in your life or in others? Did they make you feel worried like you had to act in that moment? or maybe they made you feel inspired or strong. That's the power of films. So let's take a glimpse of how we did it this semester and some of the films that we watched. We began with an Oscar-nominated film that examined the US prison system and how racial inequality drives the high incarceration rates in America. 13th is a Netflix original. Heartbreaking movie. It was a movie that threw us into the realization that history has been subtly rewritten to make others comfortable. And sometimes we need to feel uncomfortable to realize what's really wrong with the situation and what happened in the past and what happens today. Here on the screen, you'll see some of the comments that really show the impact that movie night had and the impact of watching this film together. It allowed a conversation where people were able to make their own realizations. They were allowed to realize their own personal privileges and be able to move on and use their voices to amplify the voices of Black Americans and work towards a brighter and more inclusive future. Not only that, but it created a safe space for minorities to speak about their experience and experiences that had been previously dismissed or even invalidated by others. We watched a film called Speak about conquering life's hurdles and finding your own voice. We watched Growing Up Poor in America, which showed us the realities of living in poverty during a pandemic. I was going to say that one of our most successful movie nights was the showing of Undocumented in the pandemic, but that's not even fair because they were all a huge success and all provoked such deep conversation. Undocumented in the pandemic followed an immigrant mother and her struggle to keep her children safe and housed during a pandemic. While her husband was detained in an ICE facility where COVID was rapidly spreading and they weren't getting any help. So for this one in particular, the discussion we had right after the film, you could hear the emotions in our members' voices. You could feel them holding back tears and suppressing a cry. And we just talked for nearly over an hour. We just expressed everything and we all felt heard. And we even continued the discussion on Discord and managed to bring up even more points that we hadn't before. So the positive outcomes of this event are undeniable. Members were actively participating in these necessary conversations that evoke change. Not only that, but our attendance continued to grow and still continues to grow. And we saw people who had already previously come would come back regularly. So we were doing something right. And our member participation grew along with it. Members who participated in movie night were actually more motivated to participate in other volunteer opportunities on campus or outside of school. In fact, members who regularly attended were more likely to donate to our donation drop-offs for our local shelter. Even during all this mess, they still wanted to help. So the list of members resembled a great portion of a list of members donating resembled a great portion of attendees of our movie nights. And it really didn't stop there. Volunteers would bring their own ideas and events that they wanted to see on campus, and so that they could help others and be a part of aiding their own communities. As we saw during movie night, we saw that some conversations need to be forced and they feel heavy on our hearts and they're difficult to watch, but it's equally as important to share these movies. So that's why I really encourage a lot of other student organizations or others to implement these because it's a very simple idea, but so powerful. So now we actually have some of our members, we have 2 members who were actively participating throughout all of our discussions. We have Natalia and Namat. Thank you guys for coming. So we're gonna start off with some questions. We watched a lot of movies. Has your perspective on current issues changed at all because of a film we watched during movie night? Natalia, if you could start.
Yeah, thank you so much, Giselle and PTK for inviting us today. I think this is a good opportunity to show how really this have impact our lives, and this changed a lot of my mindsetting, I would say, because before you think about issues, but not in a deeper way. Sometimes you try to avoid those situations to not feel bad. But when you actually are involved and when you started watching the movies, it's very touching. I could say that I started thinking deeper, in a deeper way, how I can change my environment, how I can change a little bit the world, even when I know that I won't might be able to change the world in a huge way, just like helping my neighbor will change that. And these movie nights brought me to that position, to be the person who wants the change, to be the person who wants to raise the voice. And I don't want to just lay back and just feel like nothing is happening, because the movies, what is like beautiful about these movies is that each movie is different. Each movie will show you a different situation, and not all people go through the same situation. So we need to be aware of these situations where we can just stand up if we're seeing something that is going wrong, right? So I am happy that I was able to see them, because now my perspective have changed in a higher level, and I am involved in my community, helping my community. So thank you so much.